Alright, welcome to my first ever actual YouTube video. This is going to be a YouTube video to help you on your gun mechanics and your gunplay. We're going to do all this in the shooting range. There's going to be no testing dummies or anything, but these mechanics I'm about to teach you shall help you out in a real game. Now, I'm only plat. My highest KD is a 1.5. I'm not the best player in the world, but these can still help you out. So the first thing we go over is every single gun has a different, okay, obviously has a different recoil pattern, but you have to pull in a different direction. First, for example, the F2 here, you shoot it, boom, it goes diagonally right a little bit. You see how it goes, like, you boom, straight up, straight up, straight up, a little bit to the right, straight up, straight up, straight up, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, left, left, etc. You want to pull in the opposite direction it's pulling. Now, obviously, you're not just going to pull to the left on the ones that go a little bit to the right, like this. You want to pull diagonally right. Like for this one, right. For this one, left. But for the F2, you mainly just want to pull diagonally left because it goes diagonal right mostly. It should look something like this if you actually control it. Something like that. That's not the perfect attempt. Let me do another one to show you perfect. Something like that, for example. So you just want to make sure it goes diagonal. Something like this. So from the top and down, like that way. Instead of you just going from the top and just pulling straight down. See, that's not aligning with the actual recoil pattern. The very first shot right here, down. Doesn't work. But if you go from the first shot here, then down diagonal, see it starts aligning up better with it. In that case, you can get good recoil like this. Every gun has its different recoil pattern. For example, most guns do go to the left. Just know that. Most guns will go to the left. You have to pull down diagonally left. But some guns, like, for example, let me try to find one, like the MP7, go a little bit to the left when you shoot it. See? It's more to the left-ish. So you want to pull down to the right a little bit more. Probably not the perfect example, but you know what I mean. You pull down to the right diagonal a little bit more and you get something like that. Now, another mechanic that's really important in this game is quick peeking, or jiggle peeking, or shotgun peeking. Probably heard it many a times, but quick peeking is just this. Literally, you go out and you go back in by just moving. That's it. That's it. You just go bam, bam, quick peek. You can even do it on scoped in for more field of view. Quick peek, quick peek. Pre-fire in between it. Just quick peek, quick peek, pre-fire, pre-fire, pre-fire. Now, Shiko peeking, which really isn't useful that much anymore, because they did nerf quick peeking. Your head pops out more, but you can still do it. What you want to do is walk out, peek this way, and then do it. But you want to do it really fast to the point where you don't even notice. It's something like this. Walk out a little bit, bam, 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 bam. It's going to be hard at first when you do it, but the more practice you put into it, the better it will be, of course. You only want to do this really like 2 times. You don't want to do it anymore. You want to go like, for example, just peek, peek, and back into it. Peek, peek, to it, and then you just jiggle peek. Because doing this, since your head pops out more, is probably going to get you killed. Now, another one you could do is just completely get rid of this. You don't need to do this, really. You can just do this. Peek out. So you want to peek out, on peek like this, and walk back. So you go like this. It should look something like that. Then you can add a little pre-fires in between, and always try to switch your, like, height. For example, like if you peek out one time standing up, the next time you peek out, try to like crouch or add some type of movement to it. So you're not just a standing duck. Because if you just do this, you're pre-fireable. You're a free kill. You're just going like this in a rhythm beat. Like we're playing Beat Saber. That can easily just rip off your head by just bam, bam. Now another thing to know, that head level will always be right here. Boom, head level. And to show you proof, right here, always head level, right on his head. To find this out easier, I will put up a video of it if I can find it, but usually the second buckle on a door frame, like on a barricade, is exactly where head level will be. You see a yellow buckle like down here, and then you look up, there should be a second buckle like up here. This will always be head level, no matter what, always head level. Now another great mechanic to know is movement. Now, what do I mean by movement? Well, when you go like this and you peek someone in this corner, you are much faster on their screen. That if you were to peek out like this, you're much slower on their screen. Like if you peek out like this, you're much slower. But if you peek out like this, you're much faster. Now to be wary of your crosshair placement, of course. If you don't want to be like looking at the door, just doing it like this. Because by the time you do that, if they're standing here, boom, already on your head. And you're aiming like over here. And they're just already, bam, dead. So what you want to do is like, if you haven't fell on them, preempt them to the wall. You're gonna go bam. Try to pre-fire. And now another tip is don't even aim in. So try to do this, bam, like that. Because you actually go faster when you're on ADS. Like when you're on ADS, you walk through the door much faster than you were ADS. See, look, fast. Now if I ADS, much longer. Much longer. You go back through, much longer. Much longer. So for example, say, no, there's a guy in that way. You want to like swing, crouch, like that, and try to go. So when you swing, you want to be on ADS, and then once you get like past the doorway, like right here, you want to aim ADS and do that. Now if they're far away, try to be like far away from the door so you can see more in this angle. You can see how I can like at least see this little gap here. Now if I just walk up to the door a little bit more, boom, gap immediately shrinks and they can see my entire head. And I wouldn't be able to see any part of his body. So that's why I want to stay farther back like this from the peak if you're holding an angle. Or you can just shoot them like that. Now another thing to note, if you are trying to swing someone, always try to always do this. I already said this a couple of seconds ago, but always on ADS so you go faster and you can move like that. Because if you do this, you're slow moving target across their screen. They can easily track you. Probably the most trackable target right now by doing this. But if you do something like this, and you even add a little crouch in there, like something like this, they're even harder to shoot. Now another thing to note is like, okay, always try to track a side of a doorway like this. Like that. Like I know mine's not perfect. I'm not trying to track. I'm trying to track this right here. Track always next to his doorway like this. So, for example, on this doorway here, always try to keep your crosshair like lined up with the doorway. You see, I'm not the best at it. Like I said, I'm not a champion player, but still, these are some good tips that can help you. Because like if someone peeks you, dead immediately. If someone even peeks you from here, dead. From over there, dead. They can just keep peeking out there and out. And that's about it. That's about it for the video. That's all the gun mechanics that should help you get to at least plat, maybe gold. So you're not in plastic for another year. But see y'all in the next.